The Smeg oven range offers a whole host of steam options, from full steam, combination steam to bursts of steam that will enhance flavours to the food, texture of the food, and of course offering a whole variety of foods that you may not have considered. This video is going to show you how you can make the most of a full steam option. Using the steam oven technology rather than using a conventional hob can really impact the environment you cook in, but also the end result. Take for example the hob. So the hob, you have to bring the water up to a boil, you have to monitor it to a simmer, add your carrots and then watch the food cook the whole way through. With the steam oven, all you need to do is place the carrots into the perforated tray, place into the steam oven and let the steam oven do its work. The benefit of steam cooking, of course, is that you're not placing vegetables into a pan of water. Here, the vegetables can leach all their nutrients, their colour, and therefore affect the taste and the texture. Whilst cooking in a steam oven, you place your carrots onto a perforated steam container, which therefore allows the steam to surround the vegetables. That way, none of this leaching occurs and all that beautiful taste, texture and flavour is retained. The flavour is so good, you don't even need to add salt for seasoning. It's really straightforward to set up your steam oven. All you need is a jug of water and of course the carrots on the tray. So head into the control panel, select the cooking option, and in here you'll find your steam option. There's a lot of steam options in here, but we're going to work on the steam only today. So select steam, and there you can start changing the variables such as temperature and time. So within the steam section, you have got 100 degrees, but you can select steam as low as 50 degrees. Now why would you need that? Because you've got plenty of opportunity to do processes like defrosting, reheating and of course the cooking of the carrots that we're doing today. But for now we're going to work with 100 degrees centigrade. The next step is selecting the time that you wish to cook the food for. Now with carrots they're going to take exactly the same time as they would on the hob, as do most foods. So go into the time option and then scroll down to find your 5 minutes. We'll place the carrots into the steam oven, and it doesn't matter where you put them into the oven, because remember the steam is going to surround the carrots and then we're going to be guided by what the steam oven is going to tell us to do. So let's hit play, and it's asking us to add water into the steam oven. Now this particular model is one of our fill and hide models, so the water is taken in by the fill and hide spout. So by placing the spout into the jug of water and hitting play, it's going to take all the water it needs into the steam oven and more. And it's going to take in more because if your carrots aren't cooked to the level that you wish, then of course you can add an extra few minutes just to make them perfect for you. For ease, you can fill the water jug up by placing the jug onto the door and letting the steam oven take it from there. It allows you to do other things within the home. Once complete, push the tube back into the recess of the oven. It will take any remaining water out of that tube, shut the door and confirm. The steam oven is now going to take a few minutes to heat up, so approximately 4 to 6 minutes. But you don't have to adjust your cooking time to compensate because it's the same time as we said compared to the hob to the steam oven. So you're now free to do whatever you wish. When the steam oven has finished cooking, you'll hear a beep to indicate the end of the cooking cycle. Stand to one side and pull the door open ajar to allow a little bit of the steam to escape before fully opening the steam oven. Your vegetables are now ready to go. To ensure the steam oven uses fresh water every single time, you'll then get a message indicating that you need to empty the reservoir. It's the same process as filling it by taking the fill and hide spout, popping it into the jug and hitting play. And it will take just a few seconds for that water to empty out, and that way we know we've got fresh water every single time. Most people do associate steam ovens with vegetables, but also fish. And actually to cook fish, you do exactly the same as we have with the carrots. By placing the fish onto the perforated container, just make sure you put it at the bottom of the steam oven to make sure any fish juices don't drip onto other foods. Apart from fish and vegetables, there are so many other different foods that you can cook in a steam oven. Take for example, rices, grains and pulses. They need rehydrating, so to make them effectively cook in a steam oven, pour boiling water over the surface of the grain, the rice, and cover it by about 1 centimetre. Place into the steam oven and cook for exactly the same time as you would on the hob. When it comes to removing the rice, the grains from the steam oven, you can simply serve them straight to plate because all of that water will have been absorbed. Casseroles, curries and soup are a great addition to use your steam oven for. It's like using a slow cooker. You may wish to brown the meat off on the hob, or perhaps just cook it from raw in the steam oven, but make sure you cover casseroles, curries and soups to make sure no additional water condenses into the dish and changes the consistency. So perhaps add just a little less liquid than you would normally. Sous vide cooking is also an option for cooking foods like fish, chicken and meat delicately. The steam oven doesn't always have to be about healthy food though. Yes, you could do a fruit compote for dessert by placing it into the steam oven and steaming for just a couple of minutes to soften the fruit, but don't forget to try using that steam oven for cooking steamed puddings like syrup sponge puddings or spotted dicks. Always make sure though that you cover those the same way you would a casserole, curry and soup to make sure we don't change the consistency of the dessert. Now if we're talking about other jobs that you can do in the steam oven beyond cooking, yes, you can defrost, yes, you can reheat, and of course it does it in a very gentle way. But you can also do tasks like melting chocolate, once again cover the chocolate to stop the water coming into contact with it, or you could even do steam facial cloths to impress your guests. So moisten down the facial cloth, steam for just 1 minute, and then it's ready to go between courses. You can use your steam oven for reheating foods just like you would a microwave. For a plated meal, cover it with foil or perhaps an additional plate and reheat it for about 8 to 10 minutes. If you're reheating a ready meal, pierce the film as usual, but double the cooking time. But remember, with a steam oven, you can put more than one item in and it won't change the length of cooking time like a microwave, so sometimes it can be quicker. The full steam function not only offers you tasty, healthy and nutritious fish and vegetables, but as you've seen, a whole host of other foods and jobs that you can do in the kitchen, let alone the lack of steam, the lack of monitoring that you have to do when you have on a hob.